Kobe and Josiah, I told you guys I wanted to talk to a couple of defensive guys because your offenses put up these big numbers. You guys get overlooked a little bit, but coaches don't overlook you. They've told me about how big you guys have been making plays at key times. You're coming into a game against Middle and High where that's going to probably be a little bit more magnified. Kobe, how different do you have to prepare for their offense, the triple option or flex bone, whatever they call theirs, knowing that they kind of grind drives out, and you want to get them off the field to get Hudson and Landon and Layton and Tate back out there?
Well, it's always an adjustment when you play an option team. You got to be disciplined. You also have to be physical because they expect you to be caught off guard. But the strength of our team is our discipline and our chemistry. And we know if we make a mistake, the next man beside us has our back. So that's comforting to know that. And with Coach Roboto, having coached it for a long time at Eastern, we're pretty prepared. So while it's an adjustment, it shouldn't be too troublesome for us to handle on defense.
Josiah, Kobe mentioned mistakes against that offense. It's not necessarily even just making mistakes. It's everybody doing the right job at the right time. How do you kind of have to adjust mentally to an offense just coming out and flinging it to one that's just going to kind of try to chip here, chip there?
I mean, just practice. Our entire team is just focusing on their man, their job, and I trust everybody. We're all mentally ready. I trust all of them to do their job. I'll do my job, and I think our whole team will I trust those guys, and I think we'll do good.
So, they always talk about defensive guys not getting caught with their eyes in the backfield, which kind of makes a lot of sense against this offense because if you're watching one guy, there may be another guy going the other direction. What are the keys against the option? A long time ago I played, and I don't think anything's changed from when you play the option. But Kobe, from your perspective, what are the keys against it?
Well, for defense, the keys, you just have to get your eyes right. If you try to read the whole team, you're going to mess up. And having Rib coached all of us in this option, we know we need to dial it down, make it smaller, simplify it, and just isolate one player and one job. And sometimes they're going to do a lot of trickery. They're going to have that player go away from the play, but our responsibility is to play him, or play the ball, or play the QB, or the pitch, or the dive. So what we have seen this week, it's been tough, but we've adjusted to it, and we're ready, like physically and mentally. We have the discipline to stop this team. I believe in our defense. I believe in everybody on our defense that they can do their job.
Josiah, I'm talking to a couple guys from the middle of the defense, but up front, what do your guys have to do against the option? They aren't going to get a lot of glory because of the way the option runs, but what do they do that you guys can rely on?
They're just going to make a mosh pit. Spano and Blakely they're fantastic. ST's fantastic. They'll just make a mosh pit, and we're going to just focus on making them bounce outside so our other players can make plays. That's what the front is going to do.
I know offensive linemen always talk about they prefer to run the ball most of the time because it means they get to knock heads and knock the snot out of somebody. Defensively, is this, I don't know if refreshing is the right word. Is it kind of cool to switch gears and play this kind of offense instead of the high-flying stuff you faced the last couple of games?
It is. It's nice because, when you're playing all these spread teams and all these passing teams, you gotta think about coverage. You gotta think about pass. You gotta make sure you drop here, drop here. With option team, it's just old school football. You just get to line up and hit. Now you still gotta do your job, of course, but it is a little bit refreshing that you can just line up, run through somebody.
Josiah, I'm going to follow up on that because one thing I remember is the offenses weren't like you guys faced back when I'm too old to have played spread offenses, but in spread offenses, you like linebackers and defensive backs almost have to create their contact. You have to take the contact to them. This one, you're going to get. There's going to be physicality.
Yeah.
How excited are you for that?
I'm really excited. I think everybody's excited because it's not like on spread. Sometimes you just drop back and you start covering. Now it's going to be really physical, and I think we all enjoy. This is physical. So
This is like I hope you guys have never been in a barroom brawl, but this is like a barroom brawl where
Yeah.
everybody just kind of comes together and let's see who can win the individual battles. Now, we've talked a lot about defense. Your offense has been pretty amazing. Do you guys catch yourself on the sideline watching them and going, wow, I'm glad we don't have to try to stop our guys?
Of
Yes,
course. It's nice. It's nice knowing, like, on defense that you can get the job done and get the ball back to your offense, and you don't have to worry about 3 and outs and stuff like that. Our offense is amazing. They get the job done. I don't think I've ever had a doubt about what our offense can do.
Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah, I mean, our receivers, I mean, I would not want to have to guard our receivers. Our O-line is amazing. Hood, one of the best quarterbacks I've watched, so I would not want to play our offense.
Yeah, trying to man up on tape.
Yeah, I would not want to man up on any of those receivers.
But